need to confront them. And by confront them, I don't mean go to someone else and say, hey, you need to look at this. Confrontation starts with the self. We need to confront our complicity in our behaviors, to recognize that we are flawed because we were taught flawed behaviors to begin with. That's what we came up in. That's our culture. But as Maya Angelou said, when you know better, you do better. And what I try to do is not to educate people so much, but to make them think and self-reflect on, where can I do better?
So that said, before I started getting on social media and YouTube, I used to have an accountability call. And one of the assignments that we did on that call was to write down 10 beliefs about yourself in 5 areas: love, relationships, your work environment, your childhood, and it was one other area and beliefs. I think it was religion, if I didn't touch that. And I did that exercise myself, and I saw a lot of my love and personal relationships also reflected in my childhood. Could you talk about when you say understanding the self and digging into the self and seeing you and evaluating your complexities? Could you talk about how important going back and evaluating your childhood and your relationships, how important that is to moving forward?
I certainly can. And thank you for that. I'll mention at this point that I actually just started a second master's degree in a master's of social work for this very reason, because of that intersectionality. Anyone who's ever been through therapy, one of the first sessions you go through, they start talking about your childhood. Who raised you? What was the environment like? Was it nurturing? Was it supportive? Was it abusive? Was it tense? Was it strict? The reason that therapists do that is because, and this is true for every human being ever born and ever will be born, we are all shaped by our experiences and the culture that we grow up in. With parenting, everyone says when a baby's born, oh, babies don't come with instructions. What I say is, honey, neither do 18-year-olds, neither do 30-year-olds. We now have a 44-year-old. This is all new. Okay? Every age, every stage, and every child is different. So you take that piece of information and you recognize that if I only know how to parent from what I experienced, or as I say, coming down, right? And further going down into my children, if I want to change and make sure that sap don't drip the same way, then I have to, not my kids, not my parents,